Have you ever looked at a woman you genuinely liked and wondered why she seemed drawn to men who were giving less effort than you? Have you ever replayed conversations in your head, trying to figure out what went wrong, even though you were kind, attentive, respectful, and willing to do almost anything for her? You texted first. You checked in. You made yourself available. Yet somehow, the more you tried, the less interested she became. Another man walks in. He is not necessarily better looking, just present. She notices him. She becomes curious, invested, interested. If that frustration feels familiar, stay with me. I'm the Stoic Way, where we uncover the real psychology that creates desire. Today, we're uncovering why effort isn't enough and how to change everything. And I'll warn you now, the final one is incredibly powerful. It can change everything fast, and almost no one uses it correctly. The truth is, most men spend years trying harder when they should be acting differently. They assume attraction is earned through effort alone. More attention, more validation, more availability. But attraction doesn't work that way. This was never your fault. Nobody taught you this. Most men were taught how to be nice. Very few were taught how attraction actually forms. The mistake isn't that you're lacking value. The mistake is that you're showing value in the wrong sequence. Women don't consciously sit down and calculate attraction like a spreadsheet. Much of attraction happens beneath awareness, deep patterns, ancient instincts. Evolutionary psychology suggests that human beings constantly scan for cues, not just what someone says, but how they move through the world, confidence, purpose, emotional strength, self-respect. These become shortcuts the brain uses, mental shortcuts, fast judgments, hidden evaluations. And once you understand those signals, something changes. You stop chasing, you stop performing, you stop trying to convince women to like you. Instead, you become the man women naturally want to understand, the man they want to win over. Today, we're talking about 6 things smart men refuse to do. Not tricks, not manipulation, real tools, intentional behaviors. Things that quietly separate the men women remember from the men they forget. The first thing smart men refuse is the urge to abandon their own center. This is the trigger known as masculine presence. Most men think attraction begins with appearance. It doesn't. Looks can open a door. Presence keeps it open. Masculine presence is grounded energy, calm confidence, stability under pressure. Imagine you're talking to a woman you find attractive. Your instinct might be to impress her, talk faster, explain more, seek approval, but instead, you stay relaxed. You speak slowly, you maintain eye contact, you don't rush to fill silence, you don't try to prove yourself, you simply exist comfortably in your own skin. That changes everything. Why? Because calmness signals strength. An anxious man seeks validation. A grounded man offers presence, and the human brain notices that difference immediately. The next time you're on a date and there's a moment of silence, don't panic. Hold it. Smile. Stay present. Let the moment breathe. Strong men don't chase every second. They own it. Presence speaks before words. The second thing smart men refuse is constant agreement. Now be careful here. This doesn't mean being difficult. It means understanding emotional challenge. One of the most misunderstood attraction triggers. People connect through polarity, energy, contrast, playfulness. If you agree with everything she says, laugh at every joke, and mirror every opinion, you become predictable, safe, forgettable. Imagine she says she's extremely competitive. Most men instantly respond with approval. You could instead smile and say, that's exactly what a competitive person would say. Playful, light, confident. No hostility, no attack. Just enough challenge to create tension. Attraction often grows when emotions move, when interactions feel alive, when there's contrast. Emotional challenge creates that movement. It signals that you have your own perspective, your own identity, your own backbone. You aren't trying to win approval, you're sharing reality. respectfully. The goal isn't conflict, the goal is polarity. A little spark creates a lot of energy. The third thing smart men refuse is giving unlimited access to their attention. This is selective attention, and it changes everything. Many men believe attraction grows when they constantly show interest. Text immediately, respond instantly, always available. But attention is valuable because it is limited, not because it is endless. Women are attracted to men who have lives, purpose, direction, responsibilities, passions, a mission. Imagine she texts you while you're working on a project that matters deeply to you. Instead of dropping everything, you finish what you're doing first. Then you respond, not to create a game, not to manipulate, because your life actually matters. That distinction is important. You aren't pretending to be busy. You are busy becoming someone. That difference can be felt. When your attention is selective, it communicates value. You have standards for where your energy goes. You have priorities. You have purpose. Purpose is attractive. Desperation is not. If this is making sense so far, hit subscribe and join the Stoic Way community. It helps more men learn what they were never taught. Now let's move deeper, because this next trigger surprises almost everyone. The fourth thing smart men refuse is listening only to words. Instead, they practice intentional listening. Most people hear, very few truly listen. A woman can feel the difference immediately. Imagine you're talking with her and she casually mentions her childhood dog, a favorite book, or a dream trip she wants to take someday. Weeks later, you remember it, not because you wrote it down, because you cared enough to notice. Then during another conversation, you bring it up naturally. Her eyes light up. Why? Because being remembered feels powerful. Human beings crave significance. We want to feel seen, not observed. Seen. Intentional listening communicates emotional awareness. It tells her that when she speaks, she matters, not because you're trying to impress her, because you're present, focused, engaged. In psychological terms, this creates emotional safety, and emotional safety allows attraction to deepen. Many men talk too much. Smart men observe, then remember. Attention creates connection. The fifth thing smart men refuse is hiding behind perfection. This is calibrated vulnerability, a powerful concept. Most men fall into one of two extremes. They reveal nothing, or they reveal everything. Both create problems. The first feels distant. The second feels overwhelming. Calibrated vulnerability lives in the middle. It means sharing real experiences without seeking rescue, sharing truth without playing victim. Imagine she asks about a difficult period in your life. Instead of pretending you've never struggled, you say something honest. Maybe you lost confidence once. Maybe you faced failure. Maybe you experienced rejection. But you explain what it taught you, how it shaped you, how you grew. Notice the difference. You aren't dumping emotional weight onto her. You're revealing depth. Strength isn't pretending pain never happened. Strength is carrying it well. Research consistently shows that emotional authenticity builds trust. Trust builds connection. Connection supports attraction. The strongest men aren't emotionless. They're emotionally responsible. Depth creates respect. Now let's talk about something that many men misunderstand completely: physical connection. The sixth thing smart men refuse is rushing intimacy. Instead, they understand gradual physical touch. Attraction is often reinforced through comfortable physical connection. But timing matters. Respect matters. Calibration matters a lot. Oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, plays a role in feelings of connection. But healthy physical connection develops naturally, not forcefully. Imagine you're walking together. You guide her lightly around an obstacle. A brief touch, natural, appropriate, comfortable. Or you celebrate a shared joke with a quick high five. Again, natural, no pressure, no agenda. You pay attention, you read signals, you respect boundaries. This isn't about taking, it's about creating comfort. The men who struggle most often rush. The men who succeed understand pacing. Connection grows step by step. Respect creates trust. Trust creates openness. Openness creates possibility. Slow often moves faster. Now we've reached the final one, the rarest one, the one almost nobody uses correctly. And when understood properly, it changes how women experience you. Smart men refuse complete predictability. Notice the word controlled, not chaos, not inconsistency, not hot and cold manipulation. Controlled, intentional. Human brains are wired to notice rewarding uncertainty. Dopamine responds strongly when positive outcomes arrive. That's why anticipation feels exciting. That's why surprises feel memorable. Imagine every conversation follows a pattern. Same energy, same responses, same routine. Eventually, there is no mystery, no discovery, no emotional movement. Now, imagine something different. You mention a spontaneous idea for a weekend activity. You share an unexpected perspective. You introduce a new experience. You reveal another layer of yourself over time, not all at once. Gradually, the interaction remains alive, fresh, interesting. Women become curious, and curiosity is powerful. Because attraction often grows in the space between certainty and discovery. Many men accidentally reveal everything: their plans, their fears, their story. Nothing remains to explore. Mystery isn't hiding. Mystery is unfolding. One layer at a time. Curiosity keeps attention alive. Now notice something important. None of these require manipulation. None require pretending. None require becoming someone else. They simply require refusing behaviors that weaken attraction. Refusing to abandon your center. Refusing constant agreement. Refusing unlimited access to your attention. Refusing shallow listening, refusing perfection masks, refusing rushed intimacy, and surrounding all of it with mystery. Because attraction is rarely about doing more. It's usually about doing less of the wrong things. Think about that. Many men spend years adding strategies, adding lines, adding techniques, when what they actually need is subtraction. Remove desperation, remove approval seeking, remove over-explaining, remove neediness, remove fear. And suddenly, the qualities women are searching for become visible. The reality is that most aren't searching for perfection. They're searching for emotional signals. Signals of strength, stability, purpose, authenticity. And these signals are communicated through behavior, not claims. Anybody can say they're confident. Presence proves it. Anybody can say they're interesting. Mystery proves it. Anybody can say they're caring. Listening proves it. Anybody can say they're strong. Vulnerability proves it. That's why understanding psychology matters. Not because you're trying to manipulate outcomes, because awareness allows intention, and intention changes everything. The moment you stop asking, "How do I get her to like me?" your mindset begins to shift. A better question appears. Am I becoming the kind of man who naturally creates attraction? That's the real game, not pursuit, development. Not chasing, growth, not performance, identity. The most attractive men aren't necessarily the loudest. They're not always the richest or most handsome. Very often, they're simply the most grounded, the most purposeful, the most emotionally intelligent, the most comfortable with themselves. That comfort becomes magnetic. Women feel it. And once you understand that, dating becomes less confusing. You stop measuring worth by outcomes. That is freedom. One rejection no longer destroys you. One disappointing date no longer defines you, because your identity is attached to growth. And freedom is attractive. Remember this, real attraction happens when a woman experiences your value, not when you explain it. Let your actions communicate. Let your presence communicate. Let your standards communicate, quietly, consistently. Use these ideas with respect. Use them with intention. Use them ethically. These are real tools, not tricks. Because healthy attraction should create connection, not confusion. Respect, not manipulation. Growth, not games. And most importantly, understand this. You do not need perfection. You do not need flawless confidence. You do not need the perfect words. You do not need to become a different man. You need awareness, strategy, practice. Every strong man was once inexperienced. Every confident man was once uncertain. Every successful man was once learning. The difference is that he kept learning. Now you know what most men never discover: the hidden signals, the triggers. Not to control women, to better understand human nature. And when you understand human nature, you stop fighting it. That's when everything starts changing. Quietly, naturally, powerfully. You walk differently, speak differently, and eventually women respond differently. Because you became intentional. That's the shift. That's the upgrade. That's the new identity. A man with purpose. A man who creates value. Subscribe to the Stoic Way now. Turn on notifications because the next one will shift your reality again.